Hi, everyone. This is Caroline Speaks the State of the World on Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, better, and different. All three. Okay. Now, some of the headlines Nation under siege. Nina Turner, former Ohio legislator, talks about Highland Park shooting and stopping U.S. gun violence. Well, people wouldn't be using guns if they weren't so available. And we have this culture of guns, guns, guns. I don't understand. I really don't understand at all. Have to get rid of the guns. Okay, all right. That's enough about that. Okay, now, what else? Profiled and gunned down. Protests in Akron, Ohio, after police shot unarmed Jayland Walker 60 plus times. And police shot a black man. Uh, the Highland Park shooting was committed by a white man. And the police treated him very nicely when they were looking for him and then arresting him. The black man in Akron, Ohio was not treated very nicely. He was murdered. Okay. Also, as Uvalde, Texas reels from school massacre, a look back at historic 1970 Chicano walkout at Robb Elementary. That was 50 years ago. Okay. Uh, so they had a walkout because of segregation and racism. Um, and they did get some um, make some progress. Okay. Now, also, Texas governor's race shaped by death of 53 asylum seekers, abortion access, and calls for gun control. Okay. Greg Abbott is running for governor again to be reelected as governor. But under his watch, asylum seekers died in a truck. They were brought in here by a smuggler, people smuggler. Uh, and who abandoned the truck, and the people died of uh, heat, heat exhaustion, heat stress. Okay, then uh, the other thing is the um, um, the murder of school children and teachers at Uvalde Elementary School, and well, the police didn't act. All the security they had didn't do anything. And then we also have Texas's ban on abortion and any help for pregnant women. So, uh, who knows? I hope the people in Texas wake up and throw Abbott and his crew out because they are bad. All right, what else is new? 6 killed in Highland Park, Illinois, as gunmen opened fire on 4th of July parade. That's the state where they do have a ban on high capacity magazines and assault weapons, but somehow this guy got the weapons illegally. I don't know. Guns have to go. Protests erupt as video shows Akron, Ohio police shot Jayland Walker over 60 times. That's incredible. FDA wants reformulated vaccines to combat new coronavirus lineages. But will they get that? I don't know. We'll have to see, but I don't know. Um, we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so I don't know. Is there enough money to do all this stuff? And Texas Supreme Court allows century-old abortion law to take effect. A 1921 abortion law. Oh, okay. 1921 law. And that's terrible. That's terrible. 1921 law. Anyone providing an abortion could face lawsuits and financial penalties. That's great. So I hope that we get rid of Abbott and his members of his administration. 10-year-old rape survivor barred from receiving abortion by Ohio trigger law. So she went to another state. 10-year-old girl was raped by a family member, and she was forced to travel to Indiana to get an abortion. So the guy who raped her should be in jail forever. And Ohio has this law that bans abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy with no exceptions for children and victims of rape and incest. And it's so Ohio is going along with the overthrow of Roe versus Wade, and they also have a trigger law that just bans abortions. Okay, that's great. All right, that's great. Abortion is a right. Women's health is a right. Okay, Russia declares victory in Luhansk as Ukraine withdraws from Luhansk, another city in the eastern part of the country. Brittany Griner writes Biden from Russian jail. I'm terrified I might be here forever. You went to Russia to make more money. Did you actually, you took a chance. I don't know. These people who go to Russia and the ones who now go to Saudi Arabia for golf, for more money, more money. Biden proposes new offshore oil and gas drilling, betraying campaign pledge. I totally agree with that. Okay. We shouldn't be drilling offshore. Okay, that's not good. Dirty oil. And torrential rains force 50,000 to evacuate homes around Sydney, Australia. Wow, that's amazing. That's truly amazing. And at least 7 killed as glacier collapses amid record heat in the Italian Alps. Climate change. Youth accused of whitewash after clearing Israel of intentionally killing Shireen Abu Akleh. Why are they, Israel is guilty, and the U.S. is backing up their claims of innocence. Ugh. And there's an Israeli human rights group called B'Tselem, B'Tselem, and has accused Biden administration of whitewashing her death. Ugh, it's terrible. Israel continues to enjoy doing anything they want to Palestinians, and the U.S. backs them up. Okay. Now, draft constitution delivered to Chilean president will face September 4th nationwide referendum. Hope people get a good government. Supreme Court ruling sharply limits CPA's power to combat climate crisis. That's terrible. All these radical judges. Lawsuits seek to block Biden administration from restarting oil and gas lease sales. So groups are trying to block him. So I don't know. It's terrible. Okay, protesters demand action on climate and pollution as UN Ocean Conference. Good. Supreme Court to hear case on power of state courts to hold gerrymandering and voter suppression. Well, there's a case that will involve gerrymandered congressional maps struck down by North Carolina's highest court, and Supreme Court ruling in favor of North Carolina Republicans could strip state courts of their power, strike down state laws while expanding the power of GOP-controlled state legislatures to control federal elections. the court will have to decide this, but I don't trust the court. Uh, I don't trust the Supreme Court. A whole bunch of nuts. Okay. Supreme Court rules 5-4 to allow Biden to end remain in Mexico border policy. That's not. I'm glad he did something right. Okay. All right. Now, so that's some of what's happening in the world. It's a real mess out there. Real mess. Okay. Now, that's a lot of news. So why don't we take a break and have a little music? Close the door, light the lights. We're staying home tonight, far away from the bustle and the bright city lights. Let them all fade away, just leave us alone, and we'll live in a world of our own. We'll build a world of our own that no one else can share. Oh, our troubles will leave far behind us there, and I know we will find such peace of mind when we live in a world of our own. Okay, that's World of Our Own, written by Tom Springfield of the Springfields Folk Group. It's included Sister Dusty Springfield, who went on to become an international singing star. It was recorded by Dusty Springfield and also by the Seekers. Okay, thank you for tuning in this evening. Oh, it's Tuesday, July 5th, 2022, for another Meaning Carolyn Speak State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe. Take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you and safe for you to take it, I would take it. I had mine at Johnson & Johnson one shot, and I had two sore arms as a result, and I was tired for a week, and I was fine. And now I'm looking around for a booster for a while. As soon as I find one that's good for me, I'll take it. Okay. Take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Signing off on Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. Good night. Stay safe.